Welcome, everyone, to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. As 2K Sports takes us back into the NBA history books. This is a mid-'80s matchup between two Eastern Conference powerhouses. The 76ers, led by the legendary Dr. J, Julius Erving, and the Milwaukee Bucks, with their do-it-all defensive dynamo, the great Sidney Moncrief.
And Kevin, this game to some extent a matchup of offense versus defense. The Bucks with Moncrief and Paul Pressey on the wings, arguably the best defense in the league at that time. And for the Sixers, of course, Julius Erving, a fearsome offensive ball club.
And the matchup at shooting guard, certainly one to watch.
No question about it, Kevin. Two wiry, athletic two guards, and both of them are fearless.
Moncrief, a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, and can score in his own right. That has the potential to be an explosive matchup.
Now let's take a look at these starting lineups. First for the Philadelphia 76ers, Mo Cheeks and Richardson, with the imposing front line of Julius Erving, Bobby Jones, and Moses Malone at the 3, 4, and 5. And for the Bucks, Terry Cummings and Alton Lister up front, Craig Hodges and Sidney Moncrief in the backcourt. And point forward, Paul Pressey at the 3. He's the primary playmaker for the offense. No good, and they don't get the three-point play.
And you look at what Julius Erving accomplished in his career. No shortage of accolades. He was a phenomenal player.
You know, guys, especially if you factor in his ABA awards as well. I mean, in combination, 3 championships, 3 scoring titles, 4 MVPs, and 16 All-Star appearances. I mean, that's significant work.
Sidney Moncrief on the wing. Cummings backs in. Defended by Barkley. Hodges the pass to Pressey. Just 5 to shoot. Guarded now by Erving. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Now, shooting threes was never really a strong part of Pressey's game. He only shot about 22% from distance for his career.
Cheeks kicks to Erving. Moncrief defending. That's good.
You know, for his career, guys, Dr. J shot over 50% from the field. A very efficient player. And as we look at Paul Pressey, over a decade in the league and as a player, he's still around the game. He's worked in as assistant coach in the NBA for a long time. Now with the Cavaliers, and both his sons, pretty good players at Missouri. And maybe the most unsung aspect of Dr. J's game was his rebounding for a small forward. He really made a contribution on the glass.
Yeah, he did, you know, and because he was such a high flyer and so charismatic in his point producing, I think the fact that he averaged over 8.5 rebounds a game for his career gets lost in the shuffle a little bit.
Here is Cummings after Julius Erving's basket. Cummings in the paint, gets it to go.
Well, Terry Cummings gave the Bucks about 20 points and 8 boards a game during that 84-85 season. Most of them coming inside just like that.
Here's Hodges. Lister against Malone. Back to Cummings. Rebound, Malone.
Boy, surprised to see that one stay out.
Me too, Steve. I mean, those are ones that usually go down for sure.
Now, you think of the preps to pros stars we've had the last couple of decades. Moses Malone was the first real superstar to come straight out of high school.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little history lesson here on this game, Steve. And you're right, he was a lot skinnier back then, but was already a force inside. Had a unique knack for chasing down balls and rebounding at a high rate. You think of Amari Stoudemire and Sean Kemp. That's how Moses came in. Size, aggression, and raw athleticism.
And that kind of power move has become a trademark for him.
Brewer is checked in for Milwaukee. Hunley comes in for Hodges.
Well, Paul Pressey, drafted by the Bucks in '82, he quickly became a vital player. In his 3rd season, he led the team in minutes played.
And that 3rd season was probably his best, Clark. He also was named first-team all-defense the following season. Just long arms and legs. Really a savvy player, a big defender who could cover multiple positions.
Barkley against Cummings. And again, the Bucks miss. The 76ers leading by 3. devastating windmill jam.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Outrageous, man.
Here's Pressey. 76ers getting the bucket. Back to Cummings. He's covered by Malone. Cummings' shot is good. Cummings got 6.
Man, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Here's Cheeks. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Pulls it up. Again, Philadelphia.
And the 84-85 Sixers were the 4th best offense in the NBA, efficiency-wise. An elite offensive ball club. And we're seeing why right now. Paul Pressey, 6'5" out of Tulsa. A lot of people credit him with his first real point forward to really handle the ball.
You know, he's kind of the guy that I think of when I think of that. He was a capable playmaker, was Pressey. He assumed a lot of the ball handling for his Bucks teams and led them in assists in 5 straight seasons from 84 to 89.
Pierce is checked in for the Bucks. Hodges comes in for Moncrief. It's stolen by Barkley.
There isn't anybody in the building that didn't appreciate that throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's as fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
Serious degree of difficulty on that one.
Dunleavy up top. Richardson covering. Here's the pass to Hodges, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Fires top of the key. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Richardson. Over Dunleavy. Richardson, no luck. Barkley hits the reach-in call. That's foul number 2 for him.
Checking in for the 76ers.
Bucks trail by 7. Cummings inside. Defended by Jones. Plenty of space. Cummings' shot is good. Cummings got 8 points. Here comes Mo Cheeks. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Fades back. And he knocks it down.
That builds a little momentum going into the next quarter.
Yeah, you know, you definitely have to make sure you take advantage.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start.
Dr. J attended the University of Massachusetts for 3 years, and he averaged over 32 points and 20 rebounds a game in his 2 varsity seasons.
Man, oh man, I mean, just hearing those kind of numbers, guys, just blow you away. One of only 5. Oh! Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella.
Now you think about some of the amazing dunks that Dr. J threw down over the years. First one that comes to my mind is dunk from the free throw line back in the 1976 ABA dunk contest, a dunk that Michael Jordan later emulated.
And there's the pass to Hodges. Jacks up a 3, and it ends up out of bounds.
Turnover. 76ers ball.
Here's Cheeks. He's guarded by Hodges. Moses Malone doing some damage with the dunk.
Moses Malone, 6'10", 260, just a big body inside.
Dunleavy, the pass to Hodges. Kicks it to Pierce.
And Steve, you mentioned the free throw line dunk that Julius Erving did back in that dunk contest in the mid-70s. I always give a little extra credit for dunks that were on somebody. I mean, that's a little different and earns a few more points in my book. So I love his rock the baby dunk over Michael Cooper. I mean, where he just cupped it and brought it all the way back and over the top. That's one of the best of all time. And, you know, that was Alton Lister's role right there. Rebound and clog the paint. Not a big-time scorer, but a real big body inside.
And Ricky Pierce gets it to fall. Here's Cheeks. still looking to get on the scoreboard.
Maurice Cheeks, obviously a very successful player with the 76ers. Also did well as a coach for both the 76ers and the Blazers.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
And the 76ers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Cummings, he's checked in for Davis as he comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Moncrief in for Hodges. He kicks it to Cummings. Pressey. Richardson covering. Tipped away. Irving with the steal.
I'm not sure what they're thinking offensively. Poor decision on that pass.
Bucks trail by 7. Here's Pressey. Richardson covering. Lister with a screen on Richardson. 4 on the clock. Cummings. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Cummings got 10 points in the game.
You know, Terry Cummings, the second overall pick in 1982 out of DePaul from Chicago. He was traded to the Bucks in 1984. He became a stalwart on that front line for 5 seasons.
Pulls up on the wing. Irving can't get it to go. And it's Milwaukee's ball. It's a 5-point game.
How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
A different look for Milwaukee. Brewer is checked in for Lister. And Hodges subbed in for Pierce.
And you look at Terry Cummings, a 2-time All-Star with the Bucks, former Rookie of the Year in 1983.
Yeah, I remember him quite well. As a matter of fact, I was runner-up to Cummings in that Rookie of the Year battling back in 1983. A solid big guy. Played 18 seasons in the league. Durable and productive.
It's all knotted up.
The only question there was who was going to finish it. Easy, fast break.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they made the right call there, Steve.
And Malone backing in. Shot to end this cold run.
Boy, he found a little alley that time and took it right to the rack.
Pretty big alley it was, guys. You're right.
Yeah, it was not the best defense you're ever going to see, that's for sure.
Hodges against Richardson. Richardson against Hodges. Here's Moncrief. Here's Cummings, and he drops it in following the offensive rebound. Cummings got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
That right there is something Sidney Moncrief was so good at, despite his modest size. To average nearly 5 rebounds a game as a 6'4" guard, very impressive. Well, Craig Hodges, guys, also played for the Bulls and won 2 championships with them as a space-the-floor outside shooter. You know something about that, don't you, Steve? That was a role you ended up stepping into a few seasons later.
Yeah, in fact, I learned a thing or two from Craig Hodges. We played together in Phoenix in my rookie season, and he taught me an awful lot. But Craig Hodges, one of the great shooters of all time, now a shooting coach in the NBA, still around the game and helping other players.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Moncrief. Over Richardson. Moncrief's shot is off. Good luck. He beats the buzzer with a fantastic shot.
Major guts right there, fellas. I mean, that's what it takes to bury a big shot like that. You got to be confident and composed.
Yeah, no hesitation, no second thoughts. He just lets it fly.
76ers lead by 2.
Dr. J before his days with the Sixers, I mean, he was the star player in basketball, and he was in the ABA, not the NBA.
And the Nets, the Nuggets, the Pacers, and the Spurs owe him a debt of gratitude, because when the NBA incorporated those teams into its league, it was in large part due to the play of Dr. J.
Richardson is out there with Cheeks. Then it's Barkley. Then there's Irving. And it's Malone in at the center. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Back to Irving. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Mo Cheeks was not a big scorer in his career, averaging just over 11 points per game, but he was efficient, unselfish, and an outstanding defender. Now, Dr. J, really for both the ABA and the NBA, was such a charismatic spokesman.
Yeah, he really was. Had tremendous flair and charisma and personality and balance. He's beloved, was dramatic on the court, obviously, but always carried himself as a gentleman away from the game.
The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Barkley. Knocks it down from 19 feet. Barkley's got 10 points in the game. Here's Pressey. Here's Lister. Barkley covering. Pass to Pressey. Alley-oop pass. Oh! Up high! Down hard!
A monster throwdown. Wow. Boom! I tell you what, I bet that's the best assist we're going to see tonight.
Well, he laid it up there, Steve. A pass where only his teammate could get it.
Perfect timing. I mean, that's what you need to make that kind of a connection.
Cheeks kicks to Malone. Defended by Lister. Here's Irving. The 7-footer Lister is there for the rebound.
And, you know, looking back at Alton Lister, a workman-like big man out of Arizona State. He played 16 seasons. He played the first 5 seasons of his career with the Bucks.
And Hodges kicks to Moncrief. Goes right up. And Sidney Moncrief finishing strong inside.
And Sidney Moncrief just so smooth scoring around the rim. That was his bread and butter in college, where he shot over 60% from the floor.
Oh! Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe that finish? Boy, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite, all right.
That was not your average typical dunk.
Here's Pressey. He's got 5. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand. Well, they say that the star that burns brightest burns fastest, but not so with Moses Malone, a superstar talent with a long career. Played over 2 decades of pro basketball between the ABA and the NBA.
By Dunleavy, he's checked in for the Bucks. Here's Dunleavy. Here's Pressey. Now Moncrief. Passes it to Pressey. Barkley grabs the board. Speaking of Moses Malone's longevity in the game, he was the last former ABA player to retire from the NBA. 1995.
And he still ranks as the 6th leading scorer and 3rd leading rebounder in NBA history, and when you count his ABA number.
Here's Cheeks. On the wing, Irving. Pressey defending. Here's Barkley. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Barkley's got 14 points.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
Paul Pressey had a pretty good amateur career, guys. I mean, he led Western Texas Junior College to an undefeated 37-win record and a national title.
Well, then he went on to his hometown team, the University of Tulsa, led them to an NIT championship. So he went from a big fish in a small pond to the big sea of the NBA.
The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Cheeks. And Moncrief picking him up with the textbook defensive crouch. And the slam dunk by Irving.
Julius Irving, the great Dr. J. He captured fans' imagination with his soaring play above the rim. Not only could he fly, he could float. He had helium in those shoes. Yeast that rises and helium that floats.
And I think, Clark, he changed the game with his dunking, because it wasn't just the dunks, it was the highlight reel dunks. The manner in which he threw the ball down into the hoop that just captivated fans.
Here's Dunleavy. Good on the triple. Dunleavy's got 5.
I tell you what, he'll be quite contented to sit out there beyond the arc and knock down shot after shot if they're going to play defense like that. Tighten it up out there.
Here's Irving. And the 76ers take on 2 more.
The doctor always so dangerous offensively.
A versatile scorer, 5th highest in points scored if you throw in his ABA total. So just a brilliant basketball player.
Such a wide open look. Dunleavy's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Mike Dunleavy's son, Mike Dunleavy Jr., was a number 3 pick overall in the 2002 draft. He is 6'9", much taller than his father, who stands 6'3".
Cheeks no good. Bucks trail by 4. Pressey drops in the breakaway layup. He's got 7. Philadelphia with the ball. Seconds left. Barkley, no luck. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. It's been a clinic from Dr. J, Julius Irving so far.
Well, we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of.
Well, the doctor, Julius Irving, a superstar, also a stat sheet stuffer. Career averages of 2 steals and almost 2 blocks a game. He could impact the game in myriad ways.
On the court for the Bucks, we've got Davis. Hodges is out there with Moncrief. Then there's Brewer, and it's Pressey in at the 3. Shot clock at 6. Davis, the pass to Pressey. Guarded now by Irving. Pressey's shot is off.
When you talk about Julius Irving, and everybody thinks about the dunks and the spectacular plays, but you look at the stats defensively, the blocks and the steals. I mean, his defense was oftentimes overlooked. I mean, not only was he a great scorer, but he was a fantastic defender. Man, they are both lighting it up here.
Exciting basketball, Steve. I mean, it's been back and forth, each side dropping in points every chance they get.
Baseline try, and the basket by Brewer. Here's Cheeks.
Mo Cheeks grew up in Chicago, but played 11 of his 15 NBA seasons in Philadelphia.
And as a Sixer great, Clark, his number 10 jersey was retired by the franchise, one of only 7 Sixer players to receive that honor.
Hodges against Irving. Another shot, and he zips to the basket and lays it in. Irving's got 19 points.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out to the last 10 coming inside. And we see these Milwaukee Bucks still with hints of red in their uniform, and I think that 84-85 was the last season until much more recently that red was featured on their uniform.
And the Bucks making a change here. McKeskey's checked in for Brewer. Cummings comes in for Davis. Pierce is checked in for Pressey. That's Dunleavy in for Moncrief. Cummings' shot is good. He's got 19. And those uniforms, a long dalliance with the color purple, but now back to their original hunter green and red, which I love. What do you guys like better?
Oh, the original. I'm old school, Kevin. I love the old Milwaukee uniform.
Whoa! And this game is tied up now.
Well, he took that one to the rack with some purple.
I'll say beautiful dunk there, Steve.
Yeah, how about the agility? Just the power and the skill. Impressive.
Here's Cheeks. Barkley left side. Shooting over Cummings. Straight Barkley's got 10 points here in the second half. Here's Dunleavy. Richardson cover. Cummings backs in. McKeskey passes to Dunleavy. They're working it around. Cummings in the post. And he banks in the layup. Cummings got 21 in the game.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. You want teams. Oh!
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious. He hung on the rim just to say, you realize this is my basket.
That is a nice finishing touch.
Yeah, just finishing with a little emphasis, guys. Nothing wrong with that.
A different look for Milwaukee. Pressey comes in for McKeskey, and it's Moncrief in for Pierce. And he completes the three-point play.
As if there was any question, Kev. He's just not fazed by the pressure. He stays focused and always makes big plays. .156 left in the fourth quarter. Cummings backs in. Now the feed to Moncrief.
Solid advantage in rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Malone dishes to Richardson. The dish now to Irving. Shot clock at 5. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Richardson, no luck.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Here's Cummings. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Cummings got 23 points.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Irving against Moncrief. And it's stolen by Moncrief.
And we saw Moncrief with the steal. Never the most aggressive pickpocket. He was much more focused on playing good, solid position D, but even averaging just over a steal a game. He's third all-time for the Bucks.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
A tough position. This is a huge possession.
You've got to execute under pressure. We're going to see what they're made of. Boy, coming through with the game in the balance.
Yep, a game-changing clutch bucket there.
Timeout called the 76ers. They trail by 2. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, we'll see what they come up with. Plenty of time. If they execute, they should be able to get a good look here.
I agree with you, Steve, but I'd like to see him pound it inside and try to get to the rim. Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
15 seconds left in the fourth. And stolen by Richardson.
Boy, that's huge. They needed that one.
And the 76ers call time here. The score is knotted at 50. Just 4 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Barkley. Got it! Clark and Steve, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And I think that total could rise, Clark, because 2 evenly matched teams playing a tough game.
So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game.
Well, they did what they were supposed to do. They took care of that home court, and they've got the talent to do so.
Yeah, their star power shined through. Just too much for the Bucks to overcome.
Well, we thank you for joining us as we celebrate the great bygone teams in NBA history, especially a look at Dr. J, Julius Erving. So now for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and the whole crew, Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time.